Hello and welcome back. I'm James. This coffee mug looks simple, right? But making it game ready is a craft. AI can generate thousands of models, but it doesn't understand the nuance of game assets. And sure, I lean on AI for quick assets, references, and the likes, but a truly unique asset for games, that's all you. AI is yet to care or understand if your asset is clean, optimized, or even usable in games. It doesn't yet understand topology, UVs, or texture baking. I know that it is learning and technology is improving daily, but it still has its downside. In this Blender tutorial, we are modeling a low poly coffee mug with style, clean topology, nice textures, and that artist touch AI can't fake. Ready to brew something epic? Let's roll. So first and first, open Blender and you know the drill. Delete everything and let's bring in a cylinder. And I'm going to click on this menu. When you're adding a new object, this menu is going to be here. Open it and then I'm going to make these let's do 16. I'm cool with 16. We'll still do optimization, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm going to add in a loop cut here, and I'll select top and bottom, and then I just want it, I think something like this, and I want it to be a little bit thin. Okay, so select the bottom face, I press I to insert, and then I do it one more time, and then E to extrude down. But when I do this and I select this face, you can see I have this dent inside. Okay, so if I should add in the solidify modifier, you can see I still have the dents. Okay, and mugs or cups like this in real life. Okay, so what to do before I extrude this down? I already know what I want to achieve, so I'm going to delete this face and then add in the solidify modifier and then give it a thickness. I think 0.4 is fine. Okay, so now I can now apply my modifier. So I can come back here, select this loop, rather this face loop, and then extrude it down a little bit. So you see, nice. For the handle, I'm going to add in two loop cuts, top and bottom. Okay, and then face selection mode, and then I'll select this face, and I'll go to my topographic view to see how it looks like. Front face, you can see if I extrude this coming to this direction, but we don't want this because trying to make it curve is not going to be dramatic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to object mode, and then I'm going to rotate in the Z axis. I think just 10 degrees is fine. Awesome. So I can select this face and this one. When I extrude, check it out. Nice. Okay, so I'm not going to extrude. There's a better way to do it, and I'm going to go to edit mode, cursor tool, and then I'll just position my cursor somewhere around there. Cool. So select this face, and then I am going to switch to the spin tool, and by default it's going to be in Z. And when you do this, this is not what we want. X, this is not what we want. Y is the one we want. Okay, so switch to Y, and then I'm going to do this. What a lovely ugly handle. So I'm going to adjust it to fit what I want. Okay, I think this is fine for me. Switch back to my selection tool. While this face is selected, press SX0 to flatten it. So in face selection mode, right click, and then you will see bridge faces. Same thing. Okay, so with that, I'll go to my S selection mode, and then I am going to do some fine editing. Okay, how I would want the handle of my mug to look like. You know, this is something that separates you from AI, okay? Because you can do some more tweaking and customize this to the way you would want it to be. So I am just moving the points. Okay, I think something like this is fine. All right, click on Associate Smooth. Let's add in the source of modifier. Beautiful. But I can see that this part is looking weird. Yeah, no problem, no worries. Not a problem at all. Let's turn off the sub-soft, go to edit mode, and I'm going to add in a loop cut here and the loop cut here. Let's see, turn it on. Does it look nice? Okay, so I'm going to increase the count too. This is looking beautiful. But let's say peradventure I would still want some kind of weird design. Okay. Or I won't call it weird, I would say unique design. So I think something like this is okay. Does it look beautiful? Beautiful. But when you turn on your statistics, you see just this mug is 10k tries. This is an overkill, guys. 10k is an overkill. We can't do that. Okay? Mostly for something that is not going to be let's say the main object, right? If the mug is going to be 10k, all the cards are going to look like, okay? Another thing is this, guys. Let's do this. My cursor is here. I want to reset it. Okay, back to my 3D viewport. Shift C to do the reset. And I'm going to add in I want to bring in the human base mesh. And this is the height of the base mesh. Look at our mug. Huge, right? This is freakishly huge. So let's scale it down. So I'm going to think I used 0.048. Awesome. This is perfect. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. So I can delete that. Let's see. Okay, so next thing, I need to apply the scale, and I want to duplicate, and I'll call this backup, and I'll hide it. Okay, so with this, I am going to apply the modifier, and I see this. So this is 2k. I need to optimize the mesh. I feel 2000 for this mug is too much, so I can do better. Can stay and which can be. This can go, this can go, this can go, this can go. You can see this is all these edge rings are major edge loops as they hold down the silhouette of the mug to retain its design. You can see when I take out this, that's unique design that we have for it is gone. So I think this is as slow as I could go. This is 978. Okay, so still silhouette is still looking nice. Okay. Moreover, if I should stumble onto any problem in the next stage, I could always come back to this and then work on it and improve it some more, okay? So if I was going to add in some those nice design, I need to do, I think I need to duplicate this, and then I'm going to call this one mug underscore high, and this one should be called mug underscore low. Okay, so I'm going to add a low poly. This is a high poly mesh, and then I'm going to switch to my sculpt mode, and then okay. I want to add in the multi-resolution modifier. Okay, And then I'm going to subdivide once and again and again. Let's see. Let me turn on my wireframe. This is okay. I think I need one more because of kind of design I would want to put on it. So let's turn off wireframe. Okay. So this I can go to my clay build up. Then this is not an introduction to sculpting. I assume you already have some basic understanding to it. So okay, so let's go to adding those details. So if I want to achieve that, I'm going to use what we call an alpha map. So I'm going to load in my alpha, but I'll switch my brush to the max brush, and then I am going to open tools, and I'm going to go to textures, and then I'll click new. When I click new, I'll come down here so that I'll click on open, and then I'm going to locate where I have my textures. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Yep. And then I'll press F to scale it in, rather to increase the size of my brush. There's something I would want to do. I'll make sure that under texture, under texture, mapping is going to be on a view plane. And then next thing is stroke. I'll make sure my stroke is set to anchored. Okay. And then another thing is the fall off. I want my fall off to be on constant. Okay. Then if you come here to brush, okay, brush, and I'll make sure this front face is checked. If this isn't checked, when I do this, it's going to reflect front and back, and I wouldn't want that. So I'm going to check this, and then when I do this, you see, just the front face that has that max. We can still add this in the texture phase too. I'm just showing you the possibility that, okay, maybe if you want to add in some of those lines, details, maybe some kind of flower, or you want to sculpt in something, or you want some cracks and the likes, right? How will you go about it? What separates your work from an AI generated work? Because sometimes there are some unique designs that you would want to achieve that you can't get, or rather it might take a good prompting for you to get it. Okay, I'm going to take this work to Substance Painter. So if you go to object mode and you are not seeing what is sculpt, is because of our level viewport is 0. If I take this to, like, let's say, okay, 4 is fine. So we can see some level of details. Remember that this is our eye poly. So before I would export my mesh to my preferred choice of software for baking, I will need my UVs. But let's go ahead and structure my UVs. But I don't like my UVs like this. Let me just use some plugins to pack my UVs. And then this UV toolkit, I think it's free in the Blender extension page. You can get it, it's free. So what I want to do, if you do not get this UV toolkit, you can also search for Mio UV. See, I think MIO, yeah, Mio 3 UV is this plugin is a nice one. So, and it's free. I think it's for 4.2 and above. Yeah, I can't recall, but yeah. So what I want to do next is I'm going to flatten my UVs, rather straighten my UVs. Sorry, turn off UV sync, and then okay. So I'll select this and I'll say straighten UVs, select this island and I'll say straighten UVs. This island and I'll say straighten UVs. And then I'm going to pack my UVs again. If you do not have this UV Pack Master, this is a paid plugin and it's very good for UVs. If you do not have it, that's fine. You can always come to UV and you will see Pack Island. Blender has its default packing tool. Okay, so I can manually adjust the UVs myself. I think I can put this around here and I can move this up some more. With the UVs done, we can now export our mesh. Okay, so the low poly mesh is selected and I'm going to go to File, Export, FBX, and there, yeah, I'm going to do some settings and I'm going to name it mog_low. Okay, after naming it that, and then I'll do limits to selected, and then I just want mesh. Everything is fine, but just select mesh, that's fine. Every other stuff is okay, and I'll say export. Then go to the next one, which is the high poly. And then I'll go to File, Export, FBX, limit to selected, and then you know the drill, just hit export. Okay, so I can save this, minimize, then I'll switch back to, and then I'll open my Substance Painter. So with Substance Painter, open, create a new project, and then I'll load in the low, and I'm going to leave, I'll change this to 2K, and I'm going to leave everything as default. So I'll click OK, and then I want to bake in my details. Okay, to bake in 4K, laptop can handle it. And then here's where the magic happens. So I'm going to load in the high poly mesh. And then it's going to load. Remember that the mesh is dense, to take some time to load in. And then I think the default, I don't want any red. Let's see. Okay, I think this is going to work fine. Both of them to be the same value. My close is fine. Okay, and then this part that says match, I will say by mesh name, which means it's going to look for the surface _low and _high. And remember when we're exporting our mesh, I said it's going to be mog_low and then mog_high. So here is very, very necessary. And then anti-aliasing, I think I'm going to use 4x4 PE. And then I'm going to use bake. Okay, we have this. The under is looking okay. Let's see the inside. Inside is fine. But can you see these sharp edges? Can you see? Yep. I think I need to fix. I think I need to fix this. My mesh is too low. That should That's the problem why I'm having these sharp edges. I go back to Blender, and then I'm going to select all of the inside like this. And then I'm going to scale it in a bit so that the low poly is going to be outside of the high poly mesh. Okay, this is much better. Yeah, so I'm going to export the mesh again, overwrite the other one, back to Substance Painter, then I'll create a new file, load in the low, there's a 2K, and then everything defaults, and then OK. Let's see. Okay, this is better than the previous one. Yeah, this is better than the previous one. I could still do better, but if you zoom far, like, you won't really see those jaggedy edges, except you want to zoom in, like getting a close shot. If that was the purpose of this mug, then most likely I would have made it a little bit more. I could search my archive and add in any material of my choice, but let's just create one together. It's a very simple and basic material, so I'm just going to create fill layer. Let's say something like this. For the inside, I want a separate color. Then I'm going to add a black mask, and then I'm going to switch to this. Then I really don't like this brown color. And then let's put that other sticker rather right up at the back. And for that one, I'm going to use I'm going to add in a black mask. I'm going to add in print layer, and then I have that's cool. Okay, so this is how you go ahead and customize your work. You can even add in some kind of custom stickers and some custom so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add print layer, and then I'm going to drag in my textures, and then you know the drill. I'll make this, let's export it to Blender, export textures, and then I'm going to do 2K, one base color, roughness, I don't want metallic, normal, I don't want height, I don't want immersive. If you found this process useful, hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what unique assets you want to see me create next. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.